the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, I move to make a motion to approve the agenda, the minutes, no firework permit, a Class C alcohol license for the Unicorn, Castle Unicorn, and a Class B 12 months for Loves.
Second that motion.
Been a motion made and seconded to approve the agenda as presented and minutes as presented. We also have a Class C liquor license for Castle Unicorn, Class B license for Love's gas station, I guess. Any other questions, concerns? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Oh, for an update, I attended the Planning and Zoning Board last week. They approved and will be sending to the Board of Supervisors a revised version of Chapter 27. That's about all they talked about. They rewrote the biggest part of it, eliminated a lot of things that was in it. So should be a lot simplified for people coming into Mills County. Also attended a EMS meeting. I don't think it's gonna happen. We was trying to revise our EMS structure to levy a tax. But there's some things that weren't done properly way back when. We did the resolution, but we didn't do the second one, so. And I think the reason we didn't do the second one, we decided then that there were too many things on the ballot against it, so we didn't run it that year. And, we're looking at elections coming up in the next year, 2025.
For paid EMS.
It's gonna happen.
We hope.
Richard, also I saw on Facebook that the guys did a grain bin survival.
I didn't go up to
Oh, you
it.
didn't, okay.
They have that
I just think that's wonderful.
Mark Showing place up there. He has evidently keep the bin of corn around for competing purposes. But there's a guy out of, I thought, I don't know if it was Lincoln or Gretna that comes over and puts this on.
Really?
He has a regular deal that goes down into corn and shows them how to operate. It's a major operation, but it's good.
Absolutely.
They teach them how to wear and how to cut the bin open. It's replaceable
Oh,
in a year or two. Don't worry about it.
wow.
That's all I have.
I attended the Mills County Republican meeting last week, and it was a good meeting. Not really a lot came out of it, but they're planning for their parade and moving forward, looking for the election, towards the election.
I too, was at the Republican meeting. I'm hoping, I was trying to get a brochure so we can tell you more on the parade, but it's gonna be over at Lake Ohana. They had that last year and it was quite a success. So Jenny Kirsch is lining it up. So next week, I'll make sure that I do have a brochure and I'll make sure everybody is up to date on that. But I agree with Lonnie, it was a very good meeting. Had a lot of controversy of what's all happening in our country. So please come to those. Those are pretty interesting. And that's it.
Okay,
Good,
Mr.
Jake.
Burrow, you're up.
All right. First up, we have the JEO design proposal. This is for a project that was already designed when Corey was here, so probably 4 years ago, they were put together in kind of a grant package, 4 different structures. One of them we completed, and Kara Morgan had, forget the name of that grant, it was completed under that. Might have been the CPDG, or whatever it was. The other 3, we've been trying to go to the NRCS for grants. So we have one on the 5-year plan to construct this year. It's on 360th Street, just south of Cary Ave. And looking at the previous cost estimates and kind of thinking where we're at, we're not getting the NRCS grant, but if we have 300,000 in our current budget towards the construction of it. And if we go to Hungry Canyons, potentially we could get 180,000. I think we'll be able to construct it with what we have budgeted this year. So I wanted to move forward with that, reach back out to JEO. So this proposal is just an update plan. So the full plan set is done, but they do want to go back out, redo a survey at my request because it's severely eroded since then. Basically, it's a concrete chute right now, and it's completely undermined. The water comes out from under the bridge. It's a greenwood structure, and it drops down into a black hole. I'm guessing probably 6 feet and then coming out somewhere downstream.
That's good.
Wow.
So we need to resurvey so that we can update our quantities. And then the old plans had kind of some riprap, maybe too far down, we need it more up here, and so those minor changes and stuff like that. Overall, the fees for their services is estimated at $19,740.
Is that with the new survey?
And survey design, permitting, so
Construction oversight.
we'll do the construction oversight. Yeah, the administration part. They're gonna get our application submitted, everything, Hungry Canyons, so work to help us get that funded. Make sure that our easements are in place, are still good to go, get our stormwater permit, all that stuff.
Who's that at?
360th, south of Cary.
Cary.
When we go to
I thought Patrick.
Yeah, we replaced battery, we've done it all.
Sounds like they were.
He came in and it worked perfect for him.
It worked for me too. I set it up this morning, got it going, it's worked great, and now it's just good.
That may
It wakes up
good right there. But
when I don't. Well, it goes to sleep and locks.
I told him how much I would just sleep in the hospital.
You say carry what?
South of Cary, that may doesn't go through there. If it did, it'd be basically.
I move to make a motion to approve the design proposal of JEO for $19,740 for a box culvert. That includes a new survey, a design, permitting. We can get started right away.
So the goal would be to, it's in our current budget, so construct this, winter.
Second that motion.
Motion made and seconded to approve new design by JEO for $19,740. You said 360th and what?
Carrie.
Carry with them, carry on.
Carry. Any other discussions? Comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. proposal to hire a grader position. I'd like to
Alright.
bring back two.
Gonna table this. We have selected someone. They passed all of their pre-employment screenings, but we just got all the information yesterday and didn't have time to confirm an actual starting date with him and Julian. So by next week, I'll have that back on here of a letter with actual starting date. We are in the process, as you know, of advertising for another grader position. Kevin put it in. We have one lead. So we've already gotten probably 6 applications, and that goes through the end of Sunday.
Wow. People are doing jobs now.
More than before. Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming around. The printing money's running out.
Mhm.
So getting right into other discussion items, the tech position, engineering tech position, we've had open since January. We interviewed 2 people. Kevin updated you on that. We have made our selection out of those 2 people, and we're gonna start running through the pre-employment screenings. And then come back with that hopefully soon.
Good.
Yeah. So excited about that when we get there. So once he passes that stuff, I'll
Getting that
bring
price.
back more.
Good. Good to hear.
Kevin and I will be attending ISAC in next week.
Mhm.
You guys going?
Both of you?
Yep.
You staying?
I'm staying at the company. He's our dentist. The rooms that were available, he said it was not available, but on Google it showed that there was room rates for, was it the Hilton? It was like 3 or 4 times expensive as other places.
Yes.
So, yeah. No, gonna bring the family. Hopefully this hotel's better than, remember the Ramada we stayed in? It seemed great and turned out to be not.
Did it have a pool?
Ramada.
Mhm.
I don't know if it was going for water slide, but it was closed during the day.
That's
And our room was soaking wet from the moisture.
that's right.
She's like, yeah, nicer hotel. I'm like,
Oh.
"It's gonna be-"
Bless your heart. Come on, Dad, be the big spender.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, millings. So we put them on Eastman. I think it's going really well. And then we're kind of holding off for Deacon.
It's helping for dust.
Yeah, to me, it's considerably,
When I drove it, it seemed better, but I didn't know that was holding up.
right now, I mean, we get in the rain, which is really good because it's helping us shape it better, but it makes it hard to compare the dry days best to that.
Right.
No, when we first put it down, it was definitely noticeable. Anyways, we ran into some snag with our supplier where we're getting the millings from. They raised the price, and we'll give it to you if you're here, but on Deacon, we gotta jump it up, but. So we started looking around and
Oh, for Pete's sakes.
ironically, on my Facebook update post, someone from Omni Engineering saw it and actually called us and said, hey, where are you getting your millings from? And we said, well, actually, we're looking. And they said, well, what were you giving there? And they said, well, we were giving 15 a ton. I said, well, we could do 12. Like, it's cheaper than our actual rock. So we're like, it's a longer drive. It's over in Omaha.
It is.
But for that price difference, and they said it's very clean. It's, because there was some grumbling on Facebook.
I saw that
potentially
last-
pop tires.
Yeah.
I went out. I did find a piece of metal on the road that I pulled out. It's hard to say, pretty big coincidence. So, I mean, we are thinking maybe from the stockpile, but we didn't actually see anything in the stockpile. Either way, hopefully that problem's eliminated too with this other stockpile. So
Very
we're
good.
looking to do that, right, end of the week here or early next week. Get the millings on.
So whereabouts is this place?
Western.
It's.
Is it? This sounds
Like 50.
familiar.
50th and one of those.
Oh.
But he was gonna check, because Trent said that I think they got 3 different locations. They're all in Omaha.
Yeah.
But it's out, exactly which one.
That's what he gets his asphalt.
So yeah, that's good. The Facebook posts, they have.
Good social media.
Mhm. Yeah. Last thing, I did include you guys on an email just this morning, I don't know if you had a chance to look at it, but with the subdivision that we've had discussions about in the past,
Mhm.
I think we found a way of moving forward. Probably gonna have to do something similar like we did on Whitetail Run, where we can say, hey, we accept the road, but as far as this erosion control part, you're still the permit holder, you're still gonna be in charge. So if we get a phone call, they're still coming on the road, it's gonna be on the bill. Because he's still, or it is. So we did it on Whitetail Run. I think it's a good way to move forward. We can accept the road, we can plow the roads, maintain them. But then anything outside of that, the developer's still uncomfortable. But yeah, read through that email. If you guys have any comments, let me know. I included Deshawn, just so that she's kind of in the loop of
Keep
it.
her in the loop.
But looking good there. I went out and did a walkthrough on Woodfield. There was a couple minor things, some backfilling, and one crack that we found. Was gonna wrap and seal that. Once I get that done, I'll be presenting you guys with a letter to accept that one too.
Good feel.
Mhm.
I'm fast about that too.
So yeah, that one's coming right along. We'll put the signs out there. That's gonna be some nice ones, I think.
It is.
That's gonna be good.
Good.
Are the speed limit signs up on?
Yeah, they were up that week.
Are they?
Yeah, not quick. People seem to be driving slower there. Remember what I've seen?
Okay.
First complaint would be if you're coming off 34 onto Ingram,
Uh-huh.
you can't see that sign until you're right up on it. The bushes need to be cut back in front of it.
Bushes?
Yep. Second thing I got is somebody coming off 250th has no idea what the speed limit is because there's only two signs, one at the tunnel, one at 34. So if you come off 250th from a secondary road or your road,
Mm-hmm.
there's no sign saying, hey, speed limit's changed.
Okay.
So we've stopped a couple, didn't know the speed limit changed, which they got a valid point, so. I don't know what the
We'll take care of
what the
that.
specs are for having signs off of a fresh road, but yeah, the biggest one is the one coming off 34, the bushes need cut back right there, because you can't see it until it's right there.
You guys are more than welcome to sit on England Lane too. Even though it's private.
One complaints I've had is it takes too damn long to get to town now. I said, well, you go 34, too damn rough. I don't know. What do you wanna do? Take your time or?
30-second
road, so.
delay.
Yeah.
I'd like to calculate that 55 versus 45 for a mile and a half. How much time you actually save.
You do 55, and I'll be sure to get you.
What is this? Richard, what do they mean by 34 is too rough?
Oh, haven't you driven, I mean, they come in and they put all these patches in, you know?
Oh,
Well, some of them they made not, some they put a hump in, some they put a dip in. You know, I mean, they couldn't make up their mind.
A little bit for everybody.
I said
That's
something
what
to
kinda
my
wakes
neighbor
them up.
about that, and he says, that wasn't my project. Oh, really?
He works in the DOT.
Yeah. He's Ellen's fifth grandson, or married Ellen's granddaughter. They're south of me there. I give him that time about state highways and stuff. Well, he says, they ship me out of the county. He does most of his work on bridges and stuff.
oh,
Thank you, sir.
Yep, anything else?
no phone calls yet.
Okay. Anything with the ice cream cruise that I need to involve with?
Not that I know of.
I'm sure he's been a little busy.
So our safety deal with Mappa and Flipco.
I responded
Okay, all right.
with the flyers and stuff. September 8th, and they're the running the meeting, the
Yeah,
Kim and Horn. So they said all you have to do is book the room, advertise it, we'll show up and do everything, so. It's a long process to make us eligible.
Absolutely.
Hopefully.
I tried explaining to the little lady from Mappa that you would be gone and I would be gone and other supervisors and engineers. I don't know who she's gonna have for a meeting next
Yeah.
week.
I told her right away, I said, well, I'm at ISAC, other people probably too. She said, thanks for letting me know.
They do that. They do that every year.
They probably like it, so she emailed me because in their TMA, which is, what is it? Something the boundary of MAPA,
Right,
it has Applewood Road in it. And so they want to move the line, since the county line is right in the center of the road. Right now, the line of their map is on the south of the road to include the whole road. They want to move the line north of the road to not include Applewood. And so I'm talking with John, and John's like, they're not telling you the full story, because it's not a federally eligible road. But if they have it on the south side of the road, then it has that road, which is in Mills County. So at least they have to include Mills County in the discussion of the plan. So they want to just do that, and that
They
way.
don't have to include us.
So I responded back and saying, well, I'm fine keeping it the way it is, just so that we
Yeah.
still have,
Yeah,
Get funding.
but I'll get a fight.
we're paying you, you might as well do some work for us.
Yeah, so, but that's what they're voting on.
nobody's gonna be there.
Yeah, it says in the corner behind us. So yeah, it really doesn't help us right now at all. It really doesn't matter. But you never know what will be eligible down the road. So if they keep Mills County in it. And then he responded back to that email saying, well, it is a little trickier if we keep it in there because it has other,
Whatever,
yeah.
I feel like, whatever.
Traffic's in there. Well, you gonna come over and check this out.
Yeah.
I'll let him know.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Sheriff,
All right, Josh. You know, you've just gotta stop bragging that you were full of for detention officers and no one's quitting. You got,
Yeah,
we were just thinking how wonderful that was.
yeah.
Well,
What are we doing first?
resignation.
you got a resignation.
We're gonna table that. She's actually, willing to go part-time.
Oh, nice.
So we talked to Jolene, we're gonna table that, and then I'll get on the agenda next week, so we can get her approved for part-time.
Okay.
Okay. Change in union contract.
Deputy.
Deputy Seeley, she has finished her 6-month probation effective on the 15th.
August.
Her contract salary be $66,179.
I'd make the motion to approve the rate change due to the union contract for Deputy Sealer.
I second that. Starting on August 15th.
Got a motion made and seconded to approve deputy rate change due to union contract. Starting 8/15, Officer Seeley, is that right?
Yep.
Be drawing $66,179. Any other comments or concerns? Not all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. ICAP recommendation repair.
ICAP did their thing. Believe it or not, we got tripping hazards, the east side of the building, and also they didn't mark the one on the west side, but it also needs to be repaired. They gave us a statement of action form. That's just to the chair.
Sidewalks.
Yeah, cracking and busted up concrete, so you're gonna have to get somebody in to fix it. And then my next question to
And
you
where's
guys.
this at, Josh?
Sheriff's office. That's the building sinking. So I guess my next question is, do we put it out for bid? Is this something that the county guys can do?
Probably just better find bids. That'd be my
How many
suggestion.
bids do we need?
At least 2.
At least 2?
If you can't get two, we take one.
Okay.
We've had trouble with VA. We had 3, 4 people look at it, so one bid. Rest of them said, well, we'd like to do it, but
Too small.
I could shoot you a couple of guys' numbers.
Yeah, that's
Stay
great.
on me.
Yep. All right.
Send me a text reminding.
Okay.
Let's get you a couple, whether they did it or not, I don't know, but I can get you a few numbers.
It's not a lot of work, but the curb and everything's busted up.
Needs fixed. Gotta keep them out.
I don't think that makes it go.
Just sidewalks, is there only,
Yeah, sidewalks are good. They're only concerned this year.
we need a formal motion on that, and move forward to get some bids and bring them back.
Okay.
There you go, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, you'll have to just come back with the bid on it.
Yeah,
We
let's
can
get
get
on the
it
agenda again and we'll
No, that works.
move forward.
And that's like the last things, ice cream cruise and then we'll table that.
Choice.
Have you had another meeting?
About,
Doug said he was gonna have another meeting with you guys, so,
not about the ice cream cruise. No.
yeah.
I think that should be it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Thanks.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah.
Excitement every day.
I suppose. You guys have a great day.
All right, Josh. You're up. You are next.
Here, why don't you use the mouse and see what you can find here on the internet. Every time I look, I start it, it works great, I get on the weekend, get it
Then
going,
it's just,
and then it
it's
freezes.
not like Lonnie.
Got a bid for it here, might make some of those issues.
It just sticks to everybody. We've done batteries, we've done all of it. It's-
Blessed it,
it's-
screamed at it,
Yeah, thrown it.
thrown it. It's just dead.
It comes back eventually, but it does this every time. It's like it goes to sleep or something.
It's going to sleep and it's, after resync it, it's just.
How do you resync it?
Have a chair seat, Steve. Thank you.
And then once it's completely dark. Turn it back on. Something's blue. You got like 5 seconds.
Good.
Eventually.
Okay.
Reconnect, but I think get rid of that altogether.
Good, thank you.
Talked to CCS who did the audio video upgrades for the new conference room and then trapped this room downstairs and had them come through and do an evaluation of what they thought would be a good system to kind of meet the challenges we talked about. Getting rid of that little owl,
Yes.
doing some microphones in the ceiling. And they kind of suggested getting rid of this as well. We're getting a wall mount TV, a screen, not an interactive screen like this one is, because honestly, we never used the drawing feature that, and that's what's causing it to go to sleep, is it's switching back to that input and default every time and we can't really turn that off. So they recommended a large screen on the wall, with a touch panel, right there next to it to run it. Doing in-ceiling microphones, camera, speakers, and everything would be fixed on that wall, no more carpet. Honestly, we don't move it much, so I think we could live with that. The only thing we would have on our side is just getting some power on the wall, which should be a big deal.
What would we do with this? Is this something we could use at our conference room now?
We could,
That's a great idea.
so,
I mean, you hate to get rid of it, it's.
Absolutely, it's good.
yeah, it's
Just only a
4 or
couple
5
years.
years old. No, we got it, COVID first happened, we used to like COVID now, but probably 4 or 5 years old now. So yeah, we could donate to another office or take it down the conference room and use it for another small meetings there. Try to get some rid of that is.
Oh, do you think that'd be a big job?
Oh, that's a bear, yeah.
I-
But if we can reel it up onto a trailer and secure it really well, before it gets over
It
to.
can be done.
Yeah, I think Kevin, Steve have a small trailer that doesn't have a ramp on it.
I don't know, keep going.
So anyway, it's not cheap though. To outfit the whole room, it'd be 32,214.76. So this is more, really right now, more of a budgetary quote, 214.76. So yeah, obviously we'd have to find some funding. We could look at some grants possibly, or wait till next budget year and work it in December.
There is a check coming from LATC up at 50,000 that has not been, it's a sub-project of ARPA stuff that can be spent the same way. I'm not sure how soon that check will be coming in.
Okay.
but That is still coming in, that has not been allocated, that's a possibility.
So just really getting in front of you, it's more of a budgetary thing. We wanted to look at it, start planning for the funding, or whether we scale it back or look at other options too. So
But this covers,
this would be the nicest system. This would really get you basically what we have with the other two rooms, the same system. The audio video is really nice. Everything's
We'll
built
still
in.
have a mouse and keyboard here.
Yeah, but we get rid of this Bluetooth. It'd be just a regular mouse and keyboard. We wouldn't have to sync it like to do that. And it'd be connected to the screen. There'd be a small PC on the back of that screen. Just run it like a regular computer at that point. There'd be no special annotations you would do on the screen. You get rid of that capability. But that's gonna keep everyone going to sleep all the time, and that's all come back to your input.
when people coming in and wanted to present a program or something, they'd still be able to use the
Yeah,
system.
they can still connect, just like an HDMI. You can do Zoom meetings. I mean, it's a nice system.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice.
So there's a little bit in here too.
Mhm.
So,
That wall would be perfect.
yeah, really, I think, probably up or something now, I'm not sure what's
Whatever we really do.
behind there,
It'll be
but
hidden anyway.
Oh, I'm sure it's concrete, don't you?
probably, yeah, and probably not much space between the drywall and that whole wall is probably concrete.
Like the old
There's a
cedar-
crawl space in behind that.
Oh.
too.
Oh. Like a closet?
That's the election, the
So, yeah.
stands that the voting stands are at.
Oh, it's just drywall. There's no studs back there. Oh, it's gotta be some-
There's gotta be something there. Even
That'd be
those
stood
people-
somewhere.
Oh, yeah, they're aluminum, so.
We'll get a real skinny guy, put him in there with a piece of board and say, here, pass it.
One studs in there, which they can, the crap to do, is plywood backing, across the studs. And make sure it's safe, and then we'll just have to get the electrician put power in. Yeah, shouldn't be a big deal. He's been, well, retired now, he's still.
We'll do some stuff, but he's.
He's still with him.
Ben's down at my place right now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. No, you're not gonna have it.
Hey, tell me some stuff.
I come first.
That one's ready, it shouldn't be a big deal to, but I think, isn't the closet right there?
It'd be great.
And he can probably time the lights too, since that's all open back there. That's probably the easiest part, just putting the power receptacle there.
It'll look nice.
Here, we get Bob here too, so.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that's showing you what the options are, and we just gotta keep on the radar and find some money.
look at our courthouse budget and 99 budget too, and see what we got. Take a
That-
combination between a few of them. We
We
should
should be all right now.
Yeah, but I don't think we wanna take it all out of there, out of that one. pot, do we? We wanna take some of that and then maybe some of the building maintenance.
Possibly, I mean, we need to make sure we have, maintenance stuff for repairs.
Oh.
That kind of thing too, so this is kind of it falls in the category that can be utilized more, and
Okay,
some of the stuff has to be allocated by certain dates.
okay.
So,
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks, Patrick.
Thanks, Patrick.
Elizabeth, yes.
Did you make your?
Are you staying from me?
Yeah.
Do I need to do something or?
Perfect. Show up.
Okay.
When you're sure, that's why I'm here
Oh,
to
okay,
have a real brief, so.
okay. Thanks. You want to go ahead? Okay.
I'm not on the agenda.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I didn't want to miss it.
No, we're good.
Good morning.
Good morning. How's everyone?
Did you get over the hot dog days?
Yes, that's what I'm here for. First of all, I'll let you know, Hot Dogs Day was a slightly different location this year. We were down in a Shelter House B. at the park. It was very well attended. We had, over 135 people sign up just for raffle, which is just wonderful, for us adults. And then we kind of go by hot dog count, and we had 288 hot dogs eaten. That seems to be the count. When we started, it was around 100, 5 years ago, so the girls are real pleased with that. By that, I mean, the ladies, Rachel Pierce and Emily Swinford. And we had a lot of good vendors there, different vendors from Veteran Resources.
Good.
So really, really tickled with everything. I think next year we will try to go, what's that called in the park? It's by the museum, the metal building that Steve runs and
Oh, yeah.
bingo.
Yeah, what's that called? He's got a special name for that.
Museum.
Is that?
Museum.
Oh, I thought that was the museum.
No,
That's
Museum.
Gotcha. Okay, so the museum, so we're thinking of having it indoors next year.
A little bit cooler.
A little bit cool. It gets extremely hot.
Room too,
Yeah, there should be plenty of room.
people can mingle.
Although I have to say, only because it doesn't happen often, we had such positive comments on Facebook. It was lovely. People just enjoyed seeing a full parking lot. They said they enjoyed hearing the music because we had live music. So just really,
Good.
really glad.
In and out.
Yeah, people could come and go and the kids had somewhere to go because we do want to make sure we're bringing in younger families too that maybe don't know this is available and what we can do for them. So that was good. Also to give you a notice of where our current monthly awards are as of June. The county veterans are receiving $1,080,030, 1080030 in monthly benefits. Those are tax-free benefits, which comes to nearly $13 million a year Mills County receives for veteran compensation and pension benefits.
Great.
Really, really, really am excited about that. So glad that we got there, so that is doing well.
Okay.
Then my next question, I was gonna have Jolene, maybe we don't need her. We have been using GRC staff to clean the office with their closing. It was recommended to maybe reach out to Nishna Productions. We did meet with them and they came to the office. They believe they have clientele that could do that job, cleaning and whatnot. They're a little bit more. GRC was, I think, around $8, 7 something to $8 an hour. Nishna would run between $9 and $12 an hour at the high end. And as they explained it to me, because of the way they run their system, and I believe the county already has someone from Nishna working here, they become an employee of the county, so we have to pay them by FICA and IFRS as well.
But they don't have health, they don't get their health
They don't,
insurance and stuff. But Jolene does the shredding, not our Jolene, there's a Jolene that does shredding downstairs once a week, they come in a couple hours.
Yes, ma'am.
So it is, but my commissioners have approved that, but tentatively approved it. They wanted me to come and ask you all about a handyman or a maintenance worker. We could really use somebody, and I would then, yeah, go
Let's
ahead.
go back to this
Yeah.
hiring Nishna Productions.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you've got two different,
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. What you got?
Well, no, if you guys are gonna make a motion on this, or we just gonna talk about it?
Oh,
Do
is
for
there-
formal
yeah.
Motion
some
to
of
discussion
the-
and formal action on the
Okay.
hiring Nishna Productions.
So what are we gonna hire them at? You said 9 or
9
between 9
to
to
12
So
is
it,
what they said. We discussed at the board that the higher end, just so it would be
It's
covered.
minimal.
Yeah.
It's not an annual 40, 50
And
hour.
they
week
will-
either.
they will clean how many hours?
So they suggested that with the size of our building, 1.5 hours to 2 hours a week, and 8 hours a month, just that is 96 monthly, $96, but then you have to add IFRS and FICA. So yearly without IFRS and FICA, which Jolene said she'd help me figure out, comes to $1,152 a year. If they did 2 hours at $12 an hour, the high end. So.
Okay.
They're very eager to get into the Glenwood area. They haven't had a lot of ability to reach out to companies or places that'll use them, so they're very excited to do it.
Okay.
With this, by the way, there is a 3-month free trial, so to speak. that they will bring in a client and we'll make sure that everything will
Sure,
work.
so
Good.
I'd make the most to move forward with, district reductions.
I second that for $1,152 with a 3 months trial. See how they get along.
If I may interject, that's without the IFRS.
Yeah, I don't wanna put-
Oh, that's
My
without.
motion's not with a dollar amount on it.
Yeah.
That's something we can work out.
Okay, yeah. I just want to be clear.
Sorry.
So you're saying $12 per hour for 2 hours?
And a motion made and seconded for the approval of hiring Mr. Productions for cleaning of the Veterans Building. Any further discussion? Not all those in favor?
I,
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, maintenance worker handyman.
Thank you. Okay, so the other thing though, my commission asked is if I could discuss about what could we do if you guys have any ideas on getting a maintenance person? I don't want to hire a maintenance person per se, but is there someone in the county on retainer? Is there something we could work with some other departments maybe and hire
Maybe
someone for that?
what do you need done?
Well, okay, so like the gutters always need cleaned, and we've kind of done it with ourselves, but I'm not climbing back on the truck with a ladder and blowing it out. That's kind of silly. Our parking lot signs they all need to be just redug and put back in with some cement. They're all tilting like this. The lines need repainted. We've got a lovely metal flag someone gave us. It's kind of heavy. We want to put it on the outside of the building, but I don't want to bust through the siding. I don't know what I would be doing. I'll be at that. That's not my forte. Patrick's ordered some security camera. Of course, that would also have to be installed and probably the electrical to run and all that. And we have an outside generator. I don't know anything about it. I'll be honest. I don't know if it needs service. Somebody said, yeah, you might want to have that looked at occasionally. So there are
That's
some
ours or
things.
wins.
I think that's ours, but I don't know. It's a good question, Lonnie. That was something Melissa always worried about. She'd see it, she'd go, okay, is it going? She'd check the lights.
I knew they had one in case their system went down, but I don't know if
Maybe
we had
it's
two or
theirs.
not.
Is that a Generac?
It's over by the garage.
Sets outside.
Yeah, it's outside.
Oh.
I don't know if that's ours or not.
Well, that's a good question. Let me find out about the generator. But there's just things like that pop up, and we spent, I don't know, 4 or 5 months just to try and find someone who could do concrete work and would show up and give us the bids. It's just hard. These little
Nobody wants to
jobs.
work.
No, nobody wants to do the little jobs. So I would propose, if we don't have something like this in the county, is there something we could hire someone, a business, that would be on retainer and different departments could use and facilitate, It would have to be cheaper, I would think. The hardest part would be ranking priorities, this needs, mine needs done versus somebody else's, but that's a small problem.
Right. Ooh,
I mean,
I'd rather see if living like full-time employee countywide.
exactly.
but if there's a contracted service, right, so we're just paying them for the time. I mean, what do you guys do here? Like if your gutters, because our gutters fell down, we have one that's down now.
We call out to people to see who can come in and do the work.
Yeah, if our guys can't fix it, then we bring someone out,
So who are you guys?
our janitors.
Okay. Because that's just us, or we asked our commissioners, and we had one, did a lovely job and dug the hole for our mailbox because it was falling over. Just when these things were initially put in, they weren't done with cement or anything.
Great.
And that's really great, but these guys are older.
Yeah.
They don't need to be doing this.
Right.
Yeah. So, I don't know, I mean,
That's a good one.
Is that something we could have our guys look at and see if there's any of it that they can do? Steve or?
That's the conversation we have with you guys. I can tell you right now, that I don't see that one of them climbing up on the roof for gutters.
well, I think
And usually,
you can do it from the back of the truck. I don't know if that's a good
I mean,
idea, yeah.
right now, it's like we keep the engineer, it's like there's just, they keep getting pulled out, and then it's like, then we get complaints here about our restaurant, and it's like, okay, it's because they're not here doing the thing. So it's not saying that they can't, I think it's a discussion, but the concrete and all that kind of stuff, that's
Well, that's-
probably gonna be separate out.
No, we finally have someone and hopefully they're starting this week, with the concrete, but I mean, all those other things, and we can't be the only building. So that's why I was wondering if there would be a way,
Every building kind of handles their own.
but is this the most efficient or the most cost efficient? You know, efficient time-wise, it just can't be. Because if you're always looking for someone new and following
I
up.
think they each have their own people, they kind of call and see if they're trying.
Do they? I don't know.
Steve is constantly trying to get people to come in and do different things that he needs to get done for a year, and it is hard to find people. It's just,
But if we had a contract with a company or a service, not an employee,
but then you're still paying.
well, you're
We have
paying,
subcontracts that are out there for other areas,
Yeah.
and I feel like we are overpaying for things that we're not receiving backwards individually when you're getting somebody to come in and they're coming in and doing the work.
Well, how about that? Got it. Smith. And Victor. I think he helped him.
No, that was ideal to do the bathrooms.
I don't think it's some bids, and that way we can weigh it out, see who can do what. See what's worth it.
What we really need to do as far as the gutters is to find someone to clean them and screen them.
yeah, but that's expensive.
Well, it might be expensive, but if you're gonna clean gutters twice a year.
Yeah.
You know, the spring and the fall, and that's not cheap either.
Is there a tree close by that?
There is.
Oh.
And we had it trimmed really, really well back. I mean, that's made a big difference, but it's still gutters, it's still trees, it's, you know, and we want to maintain these buildings, obviously. So.
Right.
Anyway, it's a proposal that maybe this is something the board of supervisors can look into. The good news is we have a county attorney, right? She can help us write a great contract so we can, you know, come up with something that will.
Not on, I don't.
No,
know
no,
about
not
that.
on her. I know.
I meant on the contract part.
But,
Gotta think on this.
yeah, no, I didn't expect an immediate, you know, answer, but I think it would behoove the county to have something like that. I'll be honest, I'd love to see them do it for snow removal and other things, contract those services out. It's gotta be cheaper group rate. I'd like to believe that. I mean, that's the fairy tale I'm gonna live in.
Cheaper than what?
Cheaper than every department doing this independently, trying to find people. Because again, we're too small. No one's gonna come and dig these signs for me that are falling, or the mailbox, so I have a commissioner do it. If he gets hurt, if we get hurt doing these things, then it's just more, you know, I mean, there's not a good answer without hiring someone else. It's finding someone else. If you
Is
say
there-
it's a county contract,
Is there a retired service person that you know of that would like a little job on the side?
so I'll be real honest, no. You know, I had a gentleman stop by after work last night and he was visiting with me and I said, can you come in tomorrow? It's about, I got another meeting, you know, it's 5:30 and he said, well, no, I work. And he goes, I'm 75, I'm hoping I can retire soon. That's the guys I'm running into. They're still working later. People don't retire.
Yeah.
You can't.
They can't, yeah. That's the hard part.
That is the hard part.
And if they're able-bodied, willing, I'm gonna make them bus drivers first. We need bus
I see
drivers.
how it is.
Yeah, bus drivers are going first. School needs them.
Well, then you get the people that, you know, retired at 62, they put in their 40 years or more of service with somebody if they could,
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
And when they retire, they kind of want to do what they want.
Yeah.
And they're not looking for they're not gonna be a DA for 3 hours this week, or, you know, what day am I gonna do this, you know?
for manual labor, yeah.
Yeah.
We have wonderful volunteers who drive our DAV van. But but when we're talking manual labor, or cleaning gutters or getting things done like that, you know.
Okay.
But just keep your eyes and ears open, is all I can say, when you think of, we have someone mow and take care of the, public health building, the engineer's building, you have someone take care of yours.
Get somebody who knows a
Getting
great job.
somebody to bid on all of them, would it be cheaper? I have no idea. Everybody's always done their individual systems on this. Now you got.
All around, get some quotes. I mean, it's hard to say it'll be cheaper or better or more efficient until we have a number to work with. So, figure out what it's gonna
And
cost.
the worst part of yours, Elizabeth, is yours has got a lot of snow shoveling to it.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the guys that clean things down there, they got one big sidewalk to clean and they're done, the rest of us all push stone. So,
We've been out there and shoveled quite a bit too, but.
Yeah.
But again, the concern is finding someone on my staff fall. That's gonna be more of a problem. And we have someone who shovels and takes care of it for the most part. And I'm sorry.
Gator renovations in Melbourne.
Or-
Gutters, they're handymen.
Gotcha.
They can do a lot.
It's hard to find someone who just wants to be in it.
Yeah, they'll paint, they do a
Okay.
lot.
Well, that
They'll
sounds interesting.
remodel, they've done-
and you might even mention to them about putting gutter guards on,
Okay.
not the police.
Now, I'll be honest, gutter guards and stuff, I love the idea, it's great, it's gonna be a bit out of our budget. So,
Yeah, but once you do it, you won't have to worry about it.
well, no, I think that's marvelous, and that's protecting the investment the county has in the building. So, and again, these weren't questions we had a year ago because we didn't own it. So it's a new issues. The owners were, we just told them, and they did it, which was.
Have they moved out of that room?
They won't for a little while.
It'll be a little while, yeah. Probably a year, a little while or more.
That's a little
We need
while.
to get the city up and running first.
Oh, that's what they're waiting.
But we're still in the timeline, so that's good.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
Eventually
Because I know
they'll
you
be done.
definitely could use that space. It'd be very nice.
So, okay, so data renovations, I'll look into them.
Try them, if you can shop around for a few others too.
Like I said, just
Some that come to
finding,
mind in their local.
yeah, local's good. Certainly want to use local. It's
Right.
just finding someone who wants to do these little jobs.
Yeah.
It's hard. Okay. That's all I got. Any questions?
Okay.
No?
Great job on the hot dog days.
We're very
People
fortunate.
really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I think so too. And I enjoyed having you guys there, so,
It was good.
yeah. It worked.
Socializing, everything. Yeah, it was a little warm.
So hot. Yeah, I can live without that. Okay, thank you guys.
All right,
Appreciate it.
thanks, Elizabeth.
Should I call you office and we're good? Or
Oh, you're
Karen?
good.
Okay,
Just show.
thanks.
All righty.
Just wanted to remind everybody to cultivate community on September 4th. I'm sure, I know I came in and talked to y'all. but I didn't have
Coming up.
Locked in for sure. Looking to keep First Street and Walnut Street over here open. So Sharp Street, it all depends on whether or not we get the car show in the place or not, which I got. With museum, he was gonna try to put something together, but they have not heard from him to see.
On the same day?
It'd be all kind of tied together.
Oh, okay.
I mentioned something to Josh as a reminder to him, and I know they had their hands full, but we try to invite everybody.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of different things that keep asking about being able to have a booth. Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, you know.
Good.
They'll send a text, so we have a booth. Of course, we're not eliminating or eliminating anybody, everybody's welcome to come. Set up, but again, from the courthouse lawn anyway, so I'm gonna make sure you guys are still okay.
Yeah, we can work.
I promise nobody will
It's a
get
good
these in the
thing.
water. I'm sorry.
They did for rack rice, so you might as well let the cultivate community.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, it's getting bigger and better every year.
It seems like we still
You've
have
done a
good
great
turnout,
job.
So,
Don't think again.
maybe, hey,
Do you volunteer?
Hmm?
Are you volunteering?
Do that in a second.
we've had a few different hurdles come up, like coin rings and inflatables, like anything does.
Lincoln does this.
So, Dr. Clay, we should still have the bounce houses. Where, like I said, it should be similar to last time. This year's been a little more we pushed it back a month because of right.
Yeah.
Trying to get everything.
Are you gonna have a cop car open so the kids can sit in it?
Yes, should have multiple cupcakes.
They love that. I hear more reports on that, how they just love to sit inside and,
I have to follow up, Burlington Northern, I believe, is gonna come again with their trailer.
Super.
show. Last year they didn't attend, this year I'm here, so
they have a good safety
they get,
deal.
they get a good crew.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's where we're at. So I just want to pop in and make sure we're still good.
September 4th,
September 4th, so it'll be 2 days after Labor Day.
okay? What time?
5 p.m. to 8 p.m. would be the actual event. And basically what I've told everybody, so you can correct me if I'm wrong here too. I told them if they want to set up on the courthouse lawn, they can set up on the courthouse lawn. You just can't interfere with traffic or the circle or anything like that until after you guys close.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
Yep. Still
Make
okay?
sure the people can get out.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and what time do you wanna start setting up?
8, 9.
In the morning?
Yeah, but it'd be all on the grass, like the bounce houses and that.
Right.
I told Clay, you can bring them in and set them up, we just gotta make sure we don't interfere with the courthouse operation.
Yeah.
I assume that was.
Yeah.
I took an educated guess and.
You're
by
good.
all means, if I'm wrong. And then, like I said, it should hopefully blossom. I just know the sooner we set up, the more time I got to cool off, because the best take a while.
Yeah.
And the best thing about Clay is he said he'd have guys set up the bounce houses and take it down. I'm like,
That way you don't have to fold
oh,
it back.
that was a nightmare.
They're horrible. Have to get all the air out of them. and fold it back.
It's the only complaint my guys ever had. We need more help doing that.
Those are torture.
They do it for you.
It seems like conveniently the fire department always got a call.
Right.
Doing that every year. So,
Right.
I'm still waiting on confirmation. I believe El Porton is gonna donate some food. I was gonna see if the dance team or somebody wanted to serve that. It's probably done by the fire department again. There was a church that talked about doing hot dogs and chips. Free will donation type thing.
Okay.
So again, we're trying to make it as free as possible. It seems to bring business down this way, so.
I'd say just if, the only thing would be no ATVs on the grass, please.
No, well, there shouldn't be a need for,
Yeah, I didn't think so. And then, last year there were some, I should say some, there was a vendor who kept vaping and that's not allowed on the grounds either, so just kind
They
of.
kept what?
Vaping, just remind them that they can't.
do you remember who it was?
I don't, I mean, I didn't, they were over here, that's all I know. And they were, it was addressed, and they didn't, as soon as they were asked not to, they stopped.
Okay,
But that's just something I think most people have realized that it's still a substance is on.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, so last year I was kind of bummed up.
Yeah, yeah.
This year I'll be,
Yeah, no, the guys went over and asked them to stop, and they did, and there was no issue with it, it's just they didn't realize it.
okay.
So.
Yeah, other than that, that's all I got, so.
Super.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Did your kids get to go to the state fair?
And, a lot of fun listening.
It was good.
It was
A
hot.
little warm,
I was glad it
And then
came
after
off
it was
the record,
done?
but
then the weather changed. Just was not fair.
Rodwood did great.
None of
yeah,
the
she had a lot
animals.
of fun.
Mhm.
She went out with the right attitude of whatever
Whatever.
happens.
Fun time.
No, it was.
Good
Thank you
memories.
guys.
Okay,
Seeing y'all.
Thank you.
See ya. See you later, John.
Looking forward to those eggs.
Yeah, right. I'll bring you back with them.
Perfect.
Anything else?
I make a motion to adjourn our meeting at 9:15.
Second that.
Motion made and seconded to adjourn meeting at 9:15. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.